So I just got back from the No Kings protest, and man, what a wonderful time it was. I keep thinking about how when I post here on YouTube, YouTube is a very far right platform. I mean, the CEO of Google was at the inauguration of the president, right? It's a very far right platform. I receive a lot of hate. My video about how Portland is a safe place to live got hundreds of people calling me an idiot. People who've never been to Portland in my life. I'm echoing a lot of what I've already said, but people who've never been to Portland in their life or have just traveled through very briefly, calling me an idiot for saying it's not a war zone, which ironically the federal judge for Portland, or Trump's federal judge declared Portland a safe zone and said that the claims of it being a war zone were unsubstantiated. But when I think about all the flack I got for saying that this is a safe place to be and that it's not a war zone at all, it's really interesting to go out into the streets of my own city and see thousands, literally thousands of people that agree with me. There's so many. It was like that episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where Carl gets like a parasite through his flute and a bunch of furries show up and party in his house, because there's people in like inflatable animal costumes or other types of animal costumes just as far as your eye can see. I saw an eagle. I saw like 3 different dinosaurs. I saw 2 different unicorns. I saw a couple of frogs. I saw a chicken. There's just like it was like Noah's Ark. It just showed up to protest. And it's just really refreshing because, if I'm an idiot for thinking Portland is safe, then I was surrounded by thousands of other people that agree with me. And I bet you most of those people there would think that the person who voted for a convicted rapist is an idiot. And so it's just really refreshing. And, it's nice to be around so many different other people that feel the same way that I do. And, after like getting barraged of hatred, for days, weeks on YouTube for stating my opinion, it was really nice to hear a lot of other people that agree with me. It's easy to forget that there's a world outside the internet when, you don't go out and see it that often. I'm stuck inside studying most of my days. I'm spending, 20 hours a week studying, so it was really cool to see. And I was recalled last night, I watched this video that the mayor and the chief of police sent out to protesters about how to stay safe in protesting. And it reminded me on my YouTube video where I talk about how it is my constitutional right to speak against the government, but it is not your constitutional right to threaten me for doing so. Someone commented and was like, this idiot 1 minute in doesn't understand the Constitution. But the chief of police in that video I'm talking about, like the first thing he says is that I have the right to peacefully assemble and protest the government. So I don't understand what that dude thought I missed in the First Amendment, because I'm pretty sure the right to petition the government for redress grievances was like, he paraphrased what I said in my video. So, I understand that the law is not a concrete concept and that people have different opinions on what is and what isn't legal. And that is why there's votes all the time to redefine and clarify what is constitutionally acceptable. But I thought it was a basic understanding that every United States citizen has the right to protest a government they feel is corrupt. I think that's the whole conception of the Constitution in the first place. The birth of our civilization came through protesting a tyrannical government, and that's the birth of No Kings. So it was really great. Any more I say about this, I'll just be rambling. But I was dressed as a bumblebee, and we were supposed to dress in yellow. So I was going to be a bumblebee for Halloween anyway. So I just put on my bumblebee suit, and yeah, it was a great time.